know my wife, Valerie Fort, who's a librarian. I don't know if anybody knows Valerie. Yep, I saw one hand go up. I think Angie probably at the Lexington, Maine knows her as well. So it looks like we've got, I want to go around, I like to go around the room. Rebecca knows that, you know, I've got a curriculum for today, but I like to make it personalized and I like to have a lot of interaction. So please be looking alive. We will take a bathroom break. So no worries there, but I'm going to be calling on everybody, you know what I mean? And Elizabeth Roberts and Lauren Decker, if you guys will have your videos on too, I do need to see everybody. You guys need to adjust something to where I can see you, but you know, this is a physical workshop. So what I like to do to begin is I'm going to talk a little bit about myself, and go around, learn more about you. That's going to help me put together today's session, okay? So this is the second one Rebecca and I have done. This is part 1 of 2. We're going to do one in June. The date's going to be to be determined. Excuse me, my coffee hasn't completely. And Rebecca and I are going to work on that date. And so the concept for today is that you guys already have ukuleles. You know how to tune them. You know some basics. But I want to learn more about specifics, you know, with you all. You know, my story is I run the Columbia Arts Academy on Rosewood. We have the Lexington School of Music on Bar Road. We have the Irma Music Academy in Irmo. I played guitar for a variety of instruments for 30 years, went to the governor's school, got a master's in classical guitar, but also heavy metal is really my big thing. I don't know if anybody follows the Columbia Museum of Art. You probably all do, but Kirk Hammett's exhibit came through town, and what was really cool, I got to be with the band. He came up and played a song with us. So I got to play with him 2 months ago. And literally with the tragedy of this pandemic, we missed all that by 1 week. If that had happened 1 week later, the exhibit and the show wouldn't have happened. So, but today's class is part 1 of 2, and I've got some specific goals with you. Before I go over those, I want to go around the room. I want everybody to, if you'll jot this down for me, do the following. I want you to say your name, tell everybody what library you're with, tell everybody, you know, of course, what city and state. And I specifically need to know, and don't be shy, just be honest. If you only know 1 chord, that's fine. If you know 100 chords, that's fine. If you've never played an entire song, that's fine. If you play in a band, that's fine too. You know what I mean? I just asked everybody to be flexible. We're gonna have a good time and I'm pretty good at tailoring it. There will be a quiz at the end. So I do want you guys taking notes throughout because as I said earlier, we really want you to retain a lot. But Madeline, let's start with you.
My name is Madeline. I'm from the Beaufort County Library, youth services coordinator there. My experience with ukulele, my bachelor's degree is in music, but it's for oboe and voice. And I picked up I started guitar in like elementary school because I went to fine arts elementary and middle school. So I had a lot of that really early on. So I've always kind of had the guitar. And then when I started being a children's librarian, I was like, man, this is like a lot to carry around. So then I upgraded to a ukulele, and that was like in 2011. So I've been playing for quite a while.
Okay, all right, great. Welcome.
Thank you.
Denise or Dennis?
Oh, I'm Gail. That's my husband's name.
Okay, all right.
Oh, yes. So I decided about a year ago that I would like to teach myself how to play the ukulele. I definitely have a music background in the band, you know, through high school. I played French horn though. And then I sang in different choirs in different churches for a long time. But I don't know, I saw people in the library, in my library, which is the Greenville County Library System, which I forgot to mention. And I'm in youth services. I saw other people playing and I thought, oh, I could do that. I need to try it. So I finally got a really cheap one, a soprano ukulele, and taught myself how to play it. And then that was in April of last year. And then September for my birthday, my husband's like, you're getting good enough. You need to get a nicer one. So I was like, okay, for my birthday. So I got this, I don't know how well you can see, is it too dark? Anyway, I got this. This is tenor ukulele, so it actually fits me, and my arm's not like up here with the little one, you know. So I keep the small one at work for instant necessity if I have to suddenly play it there. But then this one I usually keep at home, and I've progressed from like a song with like 3 chords to quite a few more. And I can, so because of my music background, I can like pick out a song that I want to play and then figure out the chords and, you know, write it out. So, and I even made up a song for the pandemic. Oh, what did I call that? Wait a second, I have to tell you. It's called Hope in the Time of Pandemic. Okay, so anyway, so that's where I am, and I absolutely love it. It's probably got me through this whole thing without actually going totally insane. So
Okay.
if nothing else, that's a good reason to learn how to play. Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you, Gail. Angie.
So I am Angie, and I work at the Lexington Main Library here in Lexington, South Carolina. I think part of being in youth services, I think it's a necessity to play the ukulele. Everybody in my department can play the ukulele, except for me. About 7 years ago, I wanted to learn to play the guitar, and I took a few lessons, but then it was really not great. I wasn't good at it, and I had to stop lessons. Thank you, Julia. I had to stop the lessons, and I never really progressed. So a couple of months ago, I had a sleepless night, and I also have Amazon Prime, and I impulse purchased a ukulele at 2 a.m.
Cool.
Really didn't remember it much the next couple of days, and when the uke came in, I was like, oh, this is cute. Oh, geez. So when the pandemic hit, that was my goal, was to learn to play the ukulele. I am happy to say that I have played a few songs on 2 virtual story times. It's painful, but I just did it and took one for the team. I was willing to be vulnerable, and I love it. I've had a lot of fun, but I really need help. I know probably 7 chords, maybe. If they're too hard, I'll skip them. I'm being honest. I'm probably your least knowledgeable person here today.
And that's okay, guys, because I want to break it down again. Remember, this is part 1 of 2. What I'm going to ask everybody to write down in your homework sheet right now. Your first assignment from me. I'm going to see you all later this summer. And as Angie said, there's a wide swath, but we're all friends here. I'm not a librarian. You guys all are. And Angie, I don't know if you caught it, but I'm Valerie Fort's husband. You may know Valerie. Comes to the Lexington branch all the time with Katie. So what I want you to do for homework is to email Rebecca, if you forward it to me, goals for class 2. So for example, Madeline, obviously you've been in this game a long time with the oboe and the voice. Gail, you're writing songs. Angie, I've got some specific ideas for you. So this morning is going to be more of we're getting to know each other. We're coming together. We're figuring out a plan. And then class number 2 will really be able to dive into specifics. Maybe Madeline, you have a question about, it could be bar chords, could be scales. Gail, it could be finger style. We can go a million different ways. So that's how we're going to do this. This could be a nice intimate class, the dozen or so of us. Sound good?
Great.
Okay, so we're going to make all the levels work. And I taught at USC Upstate for 7 years. Taught at Menlo's Tech for 3, and now run 3 schools with over 1,000 students. So you're in good hands. Let's go to Jessica.
Hi, I'm Jessica Knuckles. I'm with Orangeburg County Library in Orangeburg, South Carolina. I'm the head of youth services. I've always kind of wanted to play the guitar, like my whole life, but I was always a singer, not very good with instruments. I tried the flute for a semester in like elementary school, and it didn't happen. So one of my coworkers loaned me an old guitar, and I played with that for a while, but it got kind of a little difficult, and I kept seeing people using ukuleles with story time, and I was like, well, maybe I could do that. So at Christmas, I bought one of those toy ukuleles. And started trying to teach myself, and Matt here at the library helped me out. So I know 3 chords. And I have played in story time, not very well, but when I play, we talk about how it's okay to make mistakes, and sometimes you have to start over, and it can be scary doing something new. So they give me a lot of encouragement, even when I mess up and have to go, we're not going to finish with this. We're going to put this aside and just sing. So I really want to get to a point where I can play, you know, for story times and stuff well without, you know, having to ditch in the middle of a song. And also Matt, who had never played a ukulele before, was like, oh, I'll pick it up. And now he's like phenomenal. And he's been playing for like 5 months. And I'm like, well, okay. So yeah, I feel like I need to catch up.
Well, we're glad you're here, and we're gonna make that happen. So welcome. Let's go to
Awesome.
Patty.
So I do have a music background. Like my undergrad was elementary education with a minor in music. Although I started out as a voice major, realized while I was good, you know, my parents loved me and everything. I wasn't gonna like make money doing that. So at some point I changed to, you know, being a teacher, and one way or the other, I ended up being a librarian. I do have some choral experience. I currently sing with the Lexington County Choral Society.
Cool.
The very first instrument I ever bought was an auto harp, because for me it was like the guitar for dummies. A big problem I have is like just getting my brain and hands and everything working together. You know, I'm used to using my body as an instrument. So I think the most challenging thing for me is I've been trying to teach myself, and I really, you know, I could really use some tips in chording, but also I just need a game plan, because I don't like to rehearse. I spent quite a lot of my time, you know, as a music major, like 2 or 3 hours a day going over chords, and I just don't want to do that right now. I've got other things to do.
Sure.
But I do want to plan so that I can progress. And I just know, like, I know how to play C, maybe a few other chords.
Well, Rebecca will tell you, you know, by the end of the last class, Rebecca, you know, we had the whole class going. You know what I mean? We're here to play. So we're going to do everything you guys are saying and stuff we're going to touch upon. Okay? Lauren. Okay, you actually muted yourself. You were unmuted. If you'll unmute Lauren, please. There you go.
Mine says mute. Okay. Anyway, I'm Lauren Decker from the Kershaw County Library in Camden, Youth Services Coordinator. I'm cheating. You guys might want to kick me out.
Okay.
I do not own a ukulele,
Okay.
but I decided, you know, you said you needed, or there was extra spots.
Well, what we'll do is, like I said, it's on tape, so it's cool. Just, you know, take notes, and you'll be on tape. And
Well,
what will
that's
be
it.
Yeah, what will be nice, and I'm going to give you guys my contact info at the end. Rebecca has some instruments. We have some options, so you know, we'll get that straightened out for everybody for the second one. We'll be fine.
I have a
Rebecca, I think there's still some there or not. Rebecca and I'll talk. We'll figure it out. Yeah,
It's all right. I mean, I can get one. I have a music education degree.
Mhm.
I play violin. I also play fife, which is fife and drum corps. Did that as a child. I used the fife in story time all the time. I play in church all the time. I sing with the church choir. I play handbells. So that's why I decided to crash, because I don't have a ukulele. I've got hammered dulcimers at home. I've got other instruments that I semi-play. And ukulele is something that I want to add to that collection. And it's not too expensive, but it could be used throughout story time all the time. So that's where I'm sitting. I want to see what I can do with it.
Yeah, for sure. Lauren, I'll send you one of the ones that we had left over from our class in February. And then if you want to get one that maybe fits you better, or one that you like better, you can, and you can send that one back to me. But then you'll have one for sure for our class in June.
Thank you. Cool.
welcome, Elizabeth.
No, Elizabeth.
See, Elizabeth, if you'll unmute. It looks like she's unmuted, but I'm not hearing anything. So I tell you what, Elizabeth, I will come back to you. I want to go to Sarah, and then we're going to come back to Elizabeth. So Sarah, you're up.
Okay. I'm Sarah. I'm a youth programmer at the Beaufort County Library System, and I got a ukulele for Christmas, and I'd never played before. I've never played any instrument before, other than piano when I was a kid. So I know probably 5 or 6 chords at this point. I've been watching YouTube videos, so I need all the help I can get.
Okay, cool. Elizabeth, did you get that audio going? Okay. It'll be okay because it's nice to be able to hear you, but Elizabeth, just keep trying. And, you know, when it comes on, let's see. Oh, he says, my browser is blocking me. I'm not sure if an immediate fix, maybe shut down the browser and reopen it. Why don't you try that? Yeah, I'm not sure, but but no worries, Elizabeth, we're still taping it, so it'll be okay. It's not imperative that I hear you. It's nice, but we're going to go ahead. Let's just go ahead and roll with it. You know what I mean? Madeline, you're going to be my teaching assistant today. And the reason I do that is, you know, as you've seen, we're dealing with a lot of different levels. So I'm going to be calling on you to help me with some stuff. Okay. Since you have experience, seems like the most experience in the room. All right. So guys, the basic format for today, my goals for you this morning are as follows. I want to go through, this is kind of like a golf class. It's all about technique. I want to go through the physics of your body, the physics of your hands. You're going to take lots of notes. A lot of you, it's just like a golf swing. It's going to take a bit to digest what I'm saying and put into practice. The only way it's going to work, you don't have to put in a ton of practice. Patty, I'm with you. I don't have a ton of time to practice either. And so the first thing I want you to write down is, guys, it really doesn't take that much time to practice. The whole practice, an hour, 2 hours. I have a book, if anybody wants to check it out. It's on Amazon. It's an Amazon bestseller called The Ultimate Guide to Music Lessons. And especially for beginners, guys, you're not supposed to be practicing a lot. That answer may surprise you, but the reason is you can get repetitive, you know, strain injury, you can get tendonitis. So especially if you're a beginner, you shouldn't be practicing a lot anyway, because you got to build up to it. Okay. Now, specifics for technique, and everybody should put your ukes down, pins ready. So ukes down, pins up. This is a lot of, I want to go through technique. Then we're going to go through reading chord charts, because I get it. Everybody here with a show of hands needs help with story time. Yes. That's the big end game, is to improve story time. But also we're going to get to some fun personal stuff. I've got 37 songs we're going to rock out on. And Madeline, that's going to be leaning heavily on you to cut you loose with that kind of stuff. And, you know, we're going to go from there. And then the big thing I wanted to do today, guys, which is where your quiz is going to come in, is help you with the 1-4-5. How many of you with a show of hands already know what 1-4-5 means? Okay, right. So good. So half of you don't. And even if you do know, you can always get better at it. If you're good at 1-4-5 in the natural key C, G, D, you can always then say, okay, well, let me go for flats. I mean, you can always go for the other things to do. But that really is the key, you know, Gail, kind of what you're doing, to be able to be free to just play. But we want you to be able to do both. We want you to be able to read a chart, because the other thing I want you to jot down now, your other piece of homework is for the next class, I want you to acquire some books for your story times. And what will be ideal is try to get the PDFs, so on Zoom you can share your screen. But go ahead for the June class, get on Amazon, get some PDFs or whatever you got to do, scan them. But go ahead and buy your storytime books so that I can help you with your songs. If you bring the PDFs to the Zoom, I can help you with your songs. Sound good? Okay, so we'll do a lot of that. But I want to talk about technique this morning to start things off. Now, how many of you have heard somebody say to play guitar, to play banjo, to play ukulele, you have to toughen up your fingers, you have to build calluses? Who's heard that? Now, I'm here to tell you, just like the golf thing, you can talk to different golf teachers. Everybody's got different opinions, but I've got a pretty good track record. I think that is absolutely 100% not true. And I've been intensely trained in how to avoid tendonitis. You guys all need your hands tight, right? Can't lose your fingers, okay? And repetitive injury is serious. And the guy that I studied with in college was the head of the program. I wasn't a private student of his, although I had pedagogy with him. If you want to study, he's a pretty interesting guy. Aaron Shearer, A-A-R-O-N. in the 50s, he made these books. He got injured so bad, he was crippled for the rest of his life. Like, that's how serious this can get. You know what I mean? So I want to begin by talking about how you place your hands, how to avoid pain. And if you will promise me you'll leave this class learning one thing, anybody saying that to you, that's not true. You shouldn't have to toughen up your calluses. You shouldn't have to toughen up your fingers for this reason. Everybody wants to shred, right? Whether it's Bella Fleck or some indie rock ukulele thing or whatever it is, right? You guys want to be able to play fast and play what you want, right? Madeline, it's all about good technique on the oboe, whatever it is, right? Well, what good technique is, guys, is the ability to do whatever you want. Now, let's think about this for a second. If somebody's on the ukulele and they're doing this all over the place, if they're pressing down very hard, are they going to be able to move fast? There's no way. The thing is like the hummingbird. What happens on a golf swing if somebody tries to hit the ball too hard? Well, it goes off in the woods somewhere. So where this starts is you want to apply the least amount of pressure, and your fingers should never hurt. Your fingers should never, ever, ever hurt. And where we start is, I want you to write this down. I'm going to teach you how to do the mid-range test. Now, the way your hands work is, and don't get worried, guys, I'm not going to do this whole class. I'm only going to roll with this like 5 more minutes, and we'll get diving into your instruments. So don't, but this is important, all right? The way your hands work is, imagine if there's a rope in there, okay? Well, if you take your hand, everybody take your hand and do this like you're about to karate chop somebody. If everybody do me a favor, mute your screens. If everybody will mute your screens for now, please. That'll kill some of that background noise. Now, I want you to do this with your hand. How does that feel? Ow, right? Take your hand back here. Do this with your hand. How does that feel? So you're taking that rope, which is your tendons, and you're adding stress to it. If you add stress to the rope, you're right. And for all of us on here, the majority of the way you run into repetition injury is from typing. You're typing like this. You're typing on the couch, all that stuff, right? So let's all do the mid-range test together. When you're coming to your instrument, you take your hand, you go here, you're going to go here, and in the middle is where you're pain-free. Let's do the other hand. Here, down, up, and down. Now I do want you to grab your uke. And you could just take your right hand or left hand, whichever doesn't hold it right here. It's not a big deal. Because the left hand is really where the pain comes in. I had something I wanted to show you guys. Now, I said, bear with me with the Zoom. There's going to be little pauses as I'm looking up stuff. Okay, I found what I want to find. I'm going to go to share my screen. And I'll see if you guys can see this file I've pulled up. All right, can everybody see that? Can everybody see that person on the couch with the uke? Raise your hand if you can see it. Okay. By unmuting your screen, who can tell me, even though this is a 164-page book by a very well-known publisher that I respect, but I disagree with what's going on here, who can tell me the problem with what's happening right here?
Hand position, it looks awful.
Yeah, so Lauren, what's going on here? What's she doing?
She's cramped for one thing. She's bending her wrist.
Right.
It needs to be more straight down, I would think.
So she's on the highway to tendonitis. And that's not the highway I want the South Carolina State Librarians to be on. That's the highway we're not going down that road. So Lauren, you're 100% correct. So let's back up for a second. When you guys sit for your story times, I mean, you got to be disciplined if you're doing like Indian style with the kids, and I get that. The ideal is to be in your chair when you're working at home and you're working on this stuff, like Gail, for example, in her chair. You want your torso to be on the edge of the chair. You guys need to be jotting this down. This is all coming on the quiz, okay? Our inclination is to what? Go back in the chair.
Relax.
Sit back. That's what's comfortable, right? You want the back support or whatever. But when you sit with your torso on the edge of the chair, everything straightens up, okay? She's leaning back on the couch. As Lauren said, the big issue we have here, guys, is this is no good. And it's going to take you time to get out of that, So I want to work first with your left hands. Go and grab your uke with your right hand. And Madeline, you know, even for somebody like you, obviously, you know, you're a good musician, you can improve your technique, right? To play faster, better scales, you know, whatever you want to do. And that's what I want to set you on the path as you email your questions to Rebecca for next time, etc. So this is going to take practice, but I'm going to give you your quick practice regimen. You can do it in your office with your coffee for 5 minutes, and underline this and put this in your book. I don't want you practicing a lot. Why not? You're new to this, or even if you're experienced, you're learning in a new way. So there's no reason for you to be locked away in a room practicing all this stuff. You're not going to be ukulele majors. Okay, we're just trying to get you on a good path. And if you'll do this, guys, it's the ultimate shortcut because you'll play faster, less painful. The way to go. Now, it's kind of hard for me to adjust with Zoom, so bear with me. When you go to the uke, it's what I call, please write this down, this is the bicep curl. I want you to do a bicep curl every time you go to your uke. If you will get in this habit, we're all going to do this together for 60 seconds. If you will go to your uke with your bicep curl, go and take your fingers out like you're holding a tomato. And I want you just to be relaxed. Go ahead and shake it, wobble it, just totally relaxed. Yes, good job, Madeline. The watches should be on. Watches, guys, can actually increase the risk of tendonitis in the beginning. Not long forever, you know what I'm saying? But in the beginning, heavy watches or even medium watches. So just like this, guys, do your bicep curl. Do a bicep curl for me. Everybody's hand should be facing just like mine. Pretend you're one of those, I'm showing my age, Star Wars action figures, okay? So you've got one joint, you go one way, all right? And I want, thank you. See, everybody's wrist looks just like mine. And for 30 seconds, I just want you to do this, and I want you to touch right here. It's what they call the nut under, near the frets of your uke. And just get in the habit of that. And as you're getting ready to go, guys, until you naturally go to that, that's where you want to go. Now, let's pause for a second. Let's do the antithesis of that. What you don't want to do is this. Everybody do this. This is the enemy. But everybody does it. Thumb hook. Now, you're probably going to say, well, Marty, look, I'll give you that Jimi Hendrix would come over his thumb. Some artists do come over that. I'm going to call them the lucky ones. You know what I mean? I mean, some people do bad things and they can get away with it. But a lot of people are not as lucky. And so the ultimate way to save for the pain is this way. The thumb on the back. This is the second thing I want you to write down, which is the quarter test. If you had a quarter between your index and thumb, right, good job, Lauren, and you're just holding this like an okay sign. Okay, children, story time. That's how your thumb and index should look. The next thing is, as you're sliding up and down the neck, please take this to heart. They go together. You don't leave the thumb behind, which is a common problem. The thumb and the index travel together. So what we're going to do today to start, before we get to some chords and songs and stuff, is we're going to do a 1, 2, 3, 4 warm up. So step 1, you ready? Bicep curl. 2 here, okay? Now here's a magic trick Christopher Rourke at USC School of Music taught me that I want everybody to use, which is I want you to take your pointer, I want you to put on the first fret first. I'm right here, okay? Everybody got me? I'm on the first fret, the first string. Now, I'm going to put my finger on there so lightly, nothing's coming out. I'm pressing so light, nothing is coming out. And then I'm going to gradually apply pressure and stop. I'm going to have you each go around, because if I can give you this, this will be huge for what's called chops. Who knows what the definition of chops is? Let's get us some music lingo. Who can tell me what chops are? Madeline's shaking her head. Unmute and tell us what chops are, Madeline.
Are like your muscle memory and ability to keep on keeping on.
Ability is the thing. It's technique. Ability is the word. Chops are somebody that can brrr for somebody that's going dun, dun, dun. So what I want everybody to do, everybody needs to be watching Madeline, because I'm coming around to each of you. So everybody's getting ready to come around. Everybody's here to work, okay? Madeline, I want you to go to the bicep curl, go to the first fret, and I want you just to play to where no sound is coming out for me, okay? Okay, now freeze. I want you to gradually apply pressure, Madeline, until the sound comes out, and then I want you to freeze. Freeze. How hard are you pushing?
Not very.
How does that compare to how you normally push?
I mean, it's a little bit lighter.
Okay. But you with me for a beginner? Like when you just started?
Yeah, because it's like a lot of anxiety. And you're like, oh my God, is this the right one? And then
Did
you
everybody
tense
see
up.
what Madeline did with her shoulders? And that's exactly what happens. Her shoulders tensed up. And that's another thing to remember. When you tense up on your shoulders, it radiates all throughout your arms. Okay. So especially for you newbies, or even Gail, somebody like you, it's, you've been getting into it, writing songs, you're looking to take it to the next level. You're doing good. When you all start, it's exactly what she says. You want to kind of grip it, grab it, squeeze it, get rid of that forever. And respectfully, if somebody tells you to toughen up calluses, just say, okie dokie, just let it go. But it's just not true. So we're now going to go to Gail. Gail, I want you to do the same thing. I want you to hit that first fret. I just want you to hit it to where no sound comes out for me. Go slow, relax, and you're still crunching a little bit. I want you to take that back down, do a nice bicep curl for me. I want you to hold that tomato, tennis ball, whatever you want to visualize. That looks much better. I just want you on the first fret first, and then hit it again till the sound comes out. How hard are you pushing, Gail?
Medium.
All right, so that's what I'm saying. It takes practice, but you know what I'm saying? Like daily, just take a few minutes, not a lot of time. Do your bicep curl. Just here's what you're all trying to do, guys, regardless of finger on the left hand. Play with a minimal amount of pressure. So you can play fast, complicated. Class number 2, we're going to get more heavy into bar chords, that kind of thing. That's one of the major sources of pain. You're squeezing that bar so hard. You know what I'm saying? Jessica Orangeburg, you're up.
Okay.
Your turn. Now hold a little higher so I can see you. You might want to move back. And like I said,
Yeah.
I'll be patient with each other. The Zoom thing's a little tricky, but that's better. At least I can see you. Thank you. Okay, now here's the thing. You're not holding your tomato. The tomato just went all over your fingers, splattered all over your desk. It's Tomato City, okay? We got to try this again. Because here's the thing. Remember, Jessica, I'm trying to get you here long term. And guys, it's not going to happen today. Today, we're just set you on a path, right? Everybody knows that. Lauren, Madeline, you guys have played instruments for a long time. It takes years to really get in the habit. You know what I'm saying? But that's much better, Jessica.
Like this? Okay.
Yes, it is much better. So I want you just to tap it till that sound barely comes out. Beautiful. Freeze. How hard are you pushing and how does that feel?
Not very. Much better.
All right.
I had tendonitis in this arm, so.
Yeah, and we're not going to do that again. You know what I'm saying? Because this is business. All right. So if you'll just do this, and remember, 5-minute rule. You guys, 5 minutes. Doesn't take long. Patty, you're up. And Patty, if you'll unmute for me, please. It looks good, Patty. Okay, squeeze it till the sound comes out and freeze. Okay, you might want to turn your volume up. I can barely hear you. I can see you. You're unmuted, but I'm just not getting all the volume out of your screen there. Go ahead. Okay, one other thing real quick, guys. Everybody with me? When you're on the fret, you want to be towards the bottom, not on the bar, never on the bar, right behind it. Right behind it. So Patty, you're going to be right there behind it. Hit that, Patty. All right, how does that feel?
It's comfortable.
That's a great word.
Yeah.
You see, which is back to the start. Let's breathe for a second. You see why I'm stressing this so hard? You all came here thinking calluses, toughen, pain. Now we're comfortable, feels good. We're on a good path. Lauren, we're going to catch you with yours the next time. Cool?
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I unmuted? Where am I?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
In holding the instrument,
Yep.
and doing your curl thing. It looks like the instrument's pretty high up on your shoulder to be able to do that curl and be comfortable.
Not. It may look that way with the Zoom. It's hard to say with the camera angle, not in person. I've got mine right here.
Yeah, it's okay.
Which is a pretty standard. I think somebody said here they played guitar before. USC Columbia, for example, they teach the Spanish guitar. I mean, that's the norm. Now you'll see country guys and that kind of thing going there. Here's the thing: if you can get this down, Lauren, you can do whatever you want. Generally, as we're trying to go across, you're going to want this to be a little bit high, but it's about right here.
Okay, and one other thing, you're not doing a chicken wing in any way with your arm. You know, in other words, the curl goes up and down. It doesn't go anytime out to the side.
Do you mean this way?
Well, with your elbow doing a chicken wing, you know.
Well, I would never want my elbow to go up.
Right.
I would always want my elbow, and thank you for bringing it up, Lauren. So what we want to see, guys, here is literally across. If you can imagine a steel bar going across your shoulders should not do this. They should not do that. Everybody humor me for a second. Squeeze your shoulders up. Tension, bad. Too far down, bad. Bad, bad. It should be totally level. Just like there's a steel bar going straight through.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sarah. How does that feel?
Not bad, not too hard.
Okay. Elizabeth?
I think I got this working now.
Yep, we got audio.
Okay. So,
And looks great. You squeezing. How hard are you pushing?
not as hard as when I've been practicing at home.
Okay, good. Very good. And Angie, you're going to take us out before we go to the next thing, okay?
Unmuted. Okay.
Yep, gotcha.
All right.
Breeze. How's that feel, Angie?
I can't believe how much lighter it is.
Yay!
Like, wow.
All right, guys, round of applause. You guys are good grooves. Like you guys are just doing good, okay? So don't worry. I just got a little more technique I want to do with you. Then we'll start playing some chord charts, playing some songs, okay? I've actually got a website link pulled up. There's 37 on them that you can do for homework as you like. So we're going to get some playing time in. But the next thing I want to do is we're going to do these 1, 2, 3, 4 exercises. And I want everybody just to pause for a second and really watch what I'm doing here. The key to playing fast is this. Now, please get your pens out. Please just watch my left hand like a hawk. Don't play. Just please watch my left hand. Because this has got to click. This has got to click the right way. Ready? When I'm going down for my 1, 2, 3, 4s, this is what I do. Now, what most people do is this, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Who caught the difference? What's the difference in A and B? What's the difference, guys? You start talking.
You cannot lift each finger as you put another one down.
So guys, get your pens out. That is one of the fundamentals that people mess up. A lot of teachers don't know it. It is the key to me getting you on the path of rocking the ukulele, whatever that means to you. Okay? So what we're going to do now is I just want you to practice touching, and I'm going to go 1, middle goes down, they both stay. 3 goes down, they both stay. 4 goes down, they both stay. I'm going to watch this one more time. Please watch me. Ready? 1 is here, first fret first. 2 goes down, what happens? Nobody lifts. 3, nobody lifts. 4, nobody lifts. Everybody ready? Let's do this together. Pointer fingers on. This is your 5-minute workout. We'll do a recap in a second. 1, 2 goes down, nobody moves. 3 goes down, nobody moves. 4 goes down. You guys are doing awesome, okay? Now here's the trick though. Don't lose your tomato. Make sure that's still intact. You're doing good. So we're just going to take 10, 15 seconds to do this together. 1, 2, 3, 4. On your mark, Get set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we're going to take our right hand and we're going to do this. We're going to put both hands together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if everybody do me a favor, mute your screens just so there's not a ton of noise coming through, because there's about to be a lot of noise at one time. Okay, so let's all do this together, guys. Both hands. Fingers ready. Ukulele players on your mark. Get set. 1, 2. Look at your left hand. 3, 4. And real quick, guys, with your thumb, put your thumb on the first string. So Sarah, put your thumb on the first string. Yep, don't raise it that high. Don't raise it this high. Just like right here. There you go. So watch me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody cool with that? Let's just try that. Ready? And remember, it's recording. You can always watch the replay. I'll do it again close, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. On your mark, get set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2 more times. 4. 1, 2, 3. 1 more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Okay, guys, what I want to do at this time, I want everybody to stand up. That's another big thing. Even your story times, you can't be sitting the whole time. Let's do a 10-minute bathroom break. Go get water, coffee, whatever you need. We're going to come back. We got lots more to do, okay? So I want to see everybody back at their Zoom in 10 minutes, and we're going to dive in and start there. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Does anybody know how long this class lasts?
It goes to 11:30. Hour and a
Okay.
half.
So if the puppy, if he woke up, if if things get dicey here, I'll have to stop, but I will watch the rest of it. There's going to be an archived version.
Yeah, and I'll send the recording out to everybody who registered for the class.
Good. Please don't be offended if I have to stop.
No worries, Gail.
He's 8 weeks old, so
He definitely needs the attention more than we do.
we'll see. And I have 2 other dogs too, and they get together and it gets crazy. So, all right, we'll see what happens. My husband's not here, or he might come in at any moment too. He was riding his bike, and I think he probably got drenched. Should be interesting to see what
Oh, that does not sound fun.
his story is. I think they were supposed to go 50 miles, so I don't know if they kept going or what.
I'm assuming we're not meaning like a bicycle, like a pedal bike.
Yeah, like a road bike, like a fancy George Hincapie type.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
While everybody's coming back, let's take this opportunity. Does anybody have questions for me? That we got 4 minutes before we resume. With those of you guys are here, does anybody have questions for me about anything?
Where should I buy a ukulele?
I think Rebecca has one for you from the last class.
But eventually, what's a good brand name? How much should I spend? You know.
You know, Lauren, it's just like golf clubs. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, maybe next time, if we got time willing, I'll take you guys up in my music room virtually and show you my 15 guitars, which range from a $99 acoustic to a $6,000 classical guitar to a $3,500 custom Gretsch. Lauren, that's just going to depend upon your passion and how you and the ukulele get along. If you fall in love with it, that kind of sounds kind of like Gail. Gail's on a path. She started one. Her husband got her a second one. You know what I mean? I mean, they can go anywhere from $99 to $10,000. It's really going to, I mean, the big question I would have for you is, what's your favorite music?
And what you want to use it for, and how much you want to use it.
I'm sorry?
What you want to use it for, and how much you want to use it.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of it's based on the genre. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, that's usually where it goes if somebody is into a certain artist, and that's the way I buy my guitars. So with the Kirk Hammett thing, he's got a special limited edition purple one. The Gretsch, I play in a band called the Capital City Playboys. We played famously Hot New Year's, so that's a rockabilly band. So musiciansfriend.com is the industry leader as far as deals in inventory. As far as the brand, Lauren, I mean, I can do this real quick. We got 3 minutes before we launch. Let me show you this real quick, Lauren.
Okay.
Guys, I'm gonna share my screen here. Let's pull this up. I mean, it's showing
A sale. I like sales.
505 ukuleles.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to range from, if we go high to low to high, starting at $26, high to low, $43.99. That's a Martin. It's comparable to a Mercedes. You know what I mean? So it's just going to depend on where you guys go. You know what I mean?
I think I have the first one that you showed, the 49 something.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that
Lohanyu?
I'm sorry?
It's all right.
Do I want a soprano?
That is the most popular one there is. So I think Gail's got a tenor, right, Gail?
I was going to ask if the reason I got the tenor was because the other one just, my arm felt like it just didn't fit. I didn't think it fit my body, but how important is that?
So, you know, a strap would fix that. You know, you're really, as while we do this morning, Gail, you're in the golf swing mode of, we just got to get you trained over time to where it's comfortable that you can do either, because either should work. A strap can help with that. And at the end, I'm going to give you guys a link. It's just like taking golf lessons. It just takes time, but a strap will fix that. But let's do this, guys. I got a lot to go through, and let's go ahead and dive in, and let's keep working. And this has been fun, okay? So the book that we use with the South Carolina State Library, and you might be able to help me on this. How do I invert the screen?
It's good.
You guys can see this. All right. So this is Ukulele at School. Ukulele at School. The author is Steve Sano, S-A-N-O. And what I want to do is I want to go through some story time stuff, and then I want to transition to some fun playing with you guys. So your homework, you know, you buy some kids' books, and what you're going to do when you read is you're going to use, it's what I call, you know, charts or whatever, that it's just going through the staffs. It's going through the bars. So what we're going to do is, primarily today, if I can get you guys focused on the key of C to start, you'll be in a pretty good position. So go and get your ukes out. And let me get my screen share going here. You guys probably already know these. If you know them, that's wonderful. If you don't, just that's what we're here to do. So can everybody see this? All right. So these are your, you know, chord boxes, whatever you want to call them. And the key of C, these are the four we're going to use, which going back to the 145, I'll get into that in a second. So the way you look at this is that you're looking at the ukulele head on, all right? You're looking at it this way. So if you go to C, who can tell me what string this is on C? What string is this?
The top one.
Yeah, and we're going to call that number 4, because we count the strings backwards. We count them, guys. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll do it again.
My
Count
dog
them.
has sleep.
4, 3, 2, 1. If everybody do me a favor, mute your screens, because we're about to do a lot of playing for the next 30 minutes. So actually, we're just going to be in and out. It's like I said, the Zoom is tricky. We're going to have to kind of like on buttons, off buttons. It's hard with the participation. And forgive me, like I said, the Zoom is tricky. Go ahead and unmute them one more time, because we're going to demo. Once we start playing all at the same time, we'll mute. That'll be our ground rules for this. When we're playing all together, we'll mute, demoing one by one. Sorry about that. Who can tell me what string this is?
G.
Yes, but just,
3.
you are correct. Let's just go with the number.
Oh,
3.
Correct. So the O means open. So we got open 4. Everybody play open 4.
Open 4.
Open 4.
3.
Open 3.
That's
Open 3.
going to be 4 right here. The one closest to you. It's the one closest to you. The 3. Who can tell me what's happening here? What number of string?
2.
Open 2.
Open 2.
Got it. Now here's where we go. So these are frets, guys. 1, 2, 3. So what fret is this?
Third.
Third
Good.
fret.
And inside, it's going to give you your finger number. Now your finger numbers go 1, 2, ring fingers 3, pinkies 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So take your ring finger, put it on the 3rd fret, 1st string, everybody. And I just want you to strum all 4. Good. Strum all 4 strings. Yep. Now, freeze for a second. Don't lose everything for this morning. Do your nice bicep curl. Hold your tomato. 3rd fret 1st. This is recorded. Watch the replay. Let's all try it together, team. 1, 2, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Now, when you go to the book I showed you, I'm here on page 12, and it's going to start by talking. Like I said, the reason I have this, I couldn't get a PDF of this. I'll try to get one for next time. But who can tell me by looking at it? Like if you're doing your song story time for your kids, this is like what this is Brother John. Are you sleeping, Brother John?
Mhm.
So, Melinda, you already know the answer to this, so you're out. But everybody else, who can tell me what that oval that's empty is? What kind of beat is that?
Whole note.
It's a
Correct.
whole note.
Correct. Everybody write that down. That is a whole note, which means it goes for 4 beats. Whole note, 4 beats. Madeline, you're my TA. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Assistant, let's go. So she's going to show us Are You Sleeping, Brother John? It's just 8 bars, whole notes. That's all it is. Yeah, I'm pushing as close as I'm squeezing as close as I can. It's just 8 bars, whole notes.
Is it
C.
a B?
No, it's just going to be. Okay, I'm glad you said that. Don't worry about the note on the stack. That's not
Okay.
guys, please write this down. What I'm showing you all today, please hear me out. What I'm showing you today is how to record charts for your story times. Record charts for story times. This is not music on the staff. So when Madeline is doing her story time for Brother John, what she will see is C, 2, 3, 4. Say it with me, Madeline, please. Just say it.
C,
2,
2, 3, 4. C,
etc., etc. Now, Miss Madeline, are you confident? I think you are. To sing and play it?
yeah.
Okay. So guys, quiz. What are we doing right now? What are we doing? Are we playing notes on the staff?
No.
No. What is this? This is a
Story time.
The chord chart.
for story time, because when you buy the kids' books for your story time, this is how it's going to appear. I don't want you worried about the notes on the staff. What I want you to worry about is what? The chords and the beat.
Yep.
Madeline, take it away. You guys watch, because everybody's next. We're going to do it together. Madeline, here you go.
Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, Brother John. Morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing. Ding, ding, dong, ding, ding,
Good round of
dong.
applause for Madeline, guys. Wasn't that nice? Okay, do this all together. I want biceps up, tomatoes in hand, C chords loaded, rock and roll. Madeline, you're going to lead the jam. Okay? And look, if you guys will be smart about this, I mean, some of you guys are from the same cities, Beaufort, Orangeburg. You know, you guys should virtually team up and, you know, don't practice alone all the time. Practice with each other. You know what I mean? You guys can get grants for your libraries. You can get grants for your kids for instruments. These things are $26 on musiciansfriend.com. Stock your entire library with them. All right? So don't go solitary in a Ute cave. Play with each other. All right? Everybody ready? Madeline, I want you to give them a count off of a 1, 2, 3, 4, please.
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, Brother John. Morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing. Ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong.
All right, you guys are rock stars. We're doing good. We got more. Let's keep going here, okay? Now, Madeline, no cheating. You already know the answer to this. Who can tell me on this next one? You got the ovals, but they have a stem at the bottom. You see they got a tail like a squirrel? Tail's hanging down. Okay, that's called a half note. half notes get 2 beats. So when you're looking at the kids' books, that'll happen. Madeline, just by reading it, tell me what's happening. C2, 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 C2.
Yeah.
Take us through it. Just do the numbers and letters, please. 1, 2, Madeline, go.
C2, 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 C2,
And etc.
C.
etc. So what we're going to do now, we're all going to do Brother John that way. Madeline's going to sing. You guys should sing along if you can, but we're going to do the half notes, not the whole notes. 1, 2, everybody go.
Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, Brother John. Morning bells are ringing. Morning bells are ringing. Ding, ding, dong. Ding, ding, dong.
Idea good. Last we're going to do, we're just going to do a little bit of it is, so these are quarter notes. Quarter notes are black with the tail. They get 1 beat each. 1, 2, 3, 4. Madeline, take them through it. Ready, Madeline.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Letters, please, Madeline. 1, 2.
What? Pardon?
Now do it with the letter, like C, 2.
Oh, okay, yes. C, 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 C,
Okay.
etc.
Before I proceed, I got a lot to burn through. Is everybody good with that so far? Remember the book, Ukulele at School. I think it's $10. Steve Sana, Rebecca, make sure we'll have some. Get a hold of her, okay? I want us to go back to this thing. Everybody knows how to do a screenshot on your computer, right? And actually, I'm going to put this in the chat. I'm going to give you this link here. So let me go to my chat feature. Does everybody see me on the chat? Does everybody see that link and can copy that for their use, please? Everybody see me in the chat there?
Yeah.
All right. Second thing you can do if you didn't catch that is just screenshot it, but all this stuff is also in the book, which is why I definitely recommend you get one. So let me share my screen here. What I'm trying to accomplish, guys, is to get you down with keys. If you can do keys, you can do anything. And the real key to be able to play freely is the 1-4-5. It would take me a while to break down the entire circle of fifths, how that stuff works, relative major, relative minor. But you guys are not looking to become full-time musicians. Agreed?
Agreed.
We just want to get good story time, have some fun. All right? So the way the 1-4-5 works is this simple. Everybody take your hand. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If the letter C is 1, you're all librarians. I know you know the alphabet.
Yeah.
I hope. C, D, E, F, G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C is number what? What is it, guys? C is number what?
C is number 1.
My fourth finger is letter number what? C, D, E,
F.
F is the 4. And therefore finger 5 is what letter?
G.
So I'll go through that again. I got 5 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alphabet. C, D,
C,
E,
D,
F, G.
F,
This
G.
is where the quiz comes in. Sarah, the key of C, what chord is the 1?
Can you repeat that?
In the key of C, what chord, what is the name of the number 1 chord?
C.
Right. Angie, in the key of C, what is the letter name of the 4th chord?
F.
Good. And Patty, in the key of C, what is 5?
G.
Okay,
G.
so what we're going to do is we're going to go through these chords, and then Madeline, I'm going to have you, once you get to be my teaching assistant, I'm going to set you guys off on this path of a really cool page that shows 37 different songs, all different genres. We're going to let it be to kick things off, okay? And like I said, guys, we've got part 2 coming. We'll do a quiz. So everybody can screenshot this or try it out. I want everybody to get your uke ready. Let's play the A minor chord. So 4th string, 2nd fret, 2nd finger. Like this. I'm going to strum your A minor. Okay. So now if we go, I want you to do C one time, A minor one time, C one time, and guys, listen. I know I'm fast forwarding now more to the guys that have experience, so beginners, just hang in there, watch the replay. It's okay. Welcome. We're in this together. Okay. But I'm gonna start moving a little faster. Cool. Okay. C, A minor. Let's go to F. What number in the key of C is F?
4.
Oh, that's right. 4th finger, 2nd fret, 2nd finger. Looks like this. Open 3rd, 2nd string, 1st fret, 1st finger. Let's do our Fs, guys. Let's strum your Fs. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do C, A minor, F. C, A minor, F. Here I go. C, A minor, F. Try that with everybody. C, A minor. F. And here's the trick. Madeline, what's the trick between going to A minor and F? There's a trick. What's the trick?
You just add your first finger.
All you gotta put down is push the finger.
Yeah.
All you gotta do, guys, catch that? If you're on A minor with your middle finger down, all you have to do to get to F is put down your pointer. Now, we're ready for a bridge. Those of you know chords, great. Those of you don't, bear with us, but let's go to the G. Pointer finger, 2nd fret, 3rd. 3rd finger, 2nd string, 3rd fret. 1st string, 2nd fret. All right. And so on and so forth. So like I said, this is designed for people to know a few chords. Now that we got that, what I want to do with this is start with Madeline. So screenshot this, acousticbridge.com, easy songs. Just scroll down. And we're going to do Let It Be. So Miss Madeline, everybody should be watching her. Play along if you can. I want you to do C for me. And do A minor. F. And then do G. Right. So the audio is probably not going to be perfectly clear, but it's important you guys have these so you have something to play along with. So let me play this. I'm going to fast forward it, Madeline, until he gets into the meat of the song. Then I'm going to have you play along with it, okay?
Check it out. Let it be, but and then for the app. So the verses.
But it's also good here, guys, because he's going to reinforce a lot of what we did today. Look, here's what. But what do I? And you see why I like this guy. Wrist straight, a little high, but he's getting the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
On the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, it's quite a fun little thing to do when you got a C. Also use. So one of the things you want to and 2 and 3 and 4 and so I want a little C chord there. 1 and 2 and 3 and
right, buddy.
So just
play the
with
song.
that.
Come on.
You might start doing that. And hopefully you can see, so long as I
Oh, come on. Sorry. Excuse me, guys.
up strums, you know. As long as you keep that head floor and have a little.
Let's see. I think it does more at the beginning. Let's see. I was expecting more play and less talking. Matt, we'll just do
Hey, how you doing? Justin here today. We are checking out Let It Be by the Beatles.
everybody will write this down. Let's write down the chords. Just on your paper there, write down C, G, A minor, F, just write down the letters. And write down C, G, F, and then C. Okay, Madeline, you got those down on the paper?
Did you say C, G, A minor, then F, then C?
Let me do it again. So from the top. So this is Let It Be. So it's going to be C, G, A minor, F, C, G, F, C. Okay, so I'm going to jam first, and then I'll have you go, and we'll do it together, okay? Madeline, you're up.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary sings to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
Nice job, Madeline. Okay, very good, guys. All right. Now, I want everybody to take numbers and put them on top of the chords. And I don't want to tell you the answers. I just want you to write on top. So example C will be 1. I'll start you on top of the chords or under them. Doesn't matter. Write the numbers for me.
Sorry, is that the 1, 4, 5, or are we talking about the beat?
You are correct. The 1, 4, 5.
Okay.
So C will be 1, and then under the next letter, write a number. Under the next letter, write a number. And Gail, I'm gonna turn it over to you. Quiz time. Miss Gail, what are the letters and the numbers? So give me like C1, etc. But just by saying them, just by saying them off of your sheet. Yeah. Okay, if you'll unmute yourself, Gail, please.
I think I said I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go through this together, guys. So C is going to be chord 1. So the next chord, Jessica, is what letter?
5.
Yeah, we'll say letter then number.
Oh, letter then number. G5.
Yes, kind of like bingo.
Oh, okay.
Next one, Gail.
C, okay, so C is 1, G is 5, F is 4, and C again is 1.
There we go. Okay, great job. All right, going back to this page I pulled up for you, Madeline, why don't you pick out the one you want to do? We got Jason Raz. There's 37 options here, guys. How about All Along the Watchtower, Madeline?
I actually don't know that song.
Well, see, that's why I'm glad. Because we're here to learn. We're here to be friends. But ultimately, I'm here to challenge you, right? Okay. So let's take a second. First of all, Madeline, so this is where we start. So Madeline has said, guys, now here we're at. This is your homework going forward till I see you in June, okay? Madeline's gone on this page, or she's gone in the ukulele book, right? Or she's got a story time. So Madeline, this is the perfect scenario to wind down today, all right? You have found a song you want to do with the kids and you don't know it. Perfect. So you guys know this song, right? I mean, show of hands, All on the Watchtower, Bob Dylan, Jimi Hendrix. Am I that old?
Maybe if I heard it.
Oh man, alive! What is happening here?
I'm a classical person.
Wow. Good. Great. So, Madeline, he's got the chords laid out. All right. Give me over these 3 chords, Madeline, please.
A minor, G, and F.
Now, do them again. Letter, number, letter, number, letter, number.
Okay. A minor 6, G5, F4.
All right. Now let's hope this
5.
guy is less talk, more playing. Let's see what this is about. I like to see it all together, you know. And if you follow my cursor, you can see where he's going. A minor, G, F, G, A minor, G, F, C. Everybody got it? It's the same stuff. See my cursor?
Yeah.
This would not be a good story time song with the lyrics, but you know, for you guys only, we'll go. No reason to get excited. Okay. All right, teaching assistant. Hit me up with those chords, please. Let's just go a little good warm up here. Yeah. Yeah, Madeline. Good. You're great. Keep doing that. Keep going. All right. You guys ready to hear Madeline's debut all on the Watchtower? She didn't know this song. She's going to do it right now. She's going to rock this. Right? Right? Everybody? Yes. Okay. You're going to do great. Madeline, here we go. We're always still looking for a program to play together, so do this. It'll be tricky. Let's just do it me and you. How about that? Let's try it me and you. It'll break up some of that latency. Okay, so Madeline and Marty, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Softly, guys. This is important when you're playing together. If you're both playing hard at the same time, it ends up sounding like two cats in a bag. If one of you takes the lead and the one who kind of lays back, it'll sound together. So me and Madeline, 1, 2, ready, go. Good job, Madeline. Round of applause, everybody. Okay, well done. Good job, Madeline. All right, guys. This was a lot of fun today. But that's a perfect example of what I want to see. So let's go through your homework. Practice your 5 minutes a day. Bicep curls, tomatoes, light touch, 1, 2, 3, 4s, no lifting of fingers. Do your mid-range check. We talked a lot of technique today, okay? Get the ukulele at school book. Talk to Rebecca. She may have some extra copies. I'm not sure. Go ahead and get your kids' books. When you come next time, I want you to come to the table. We're going to do a whole lot more playing during that 90 minutes for each of you. And I want you to go and get started. Go ahead and get the kids' books. Go for songs and see. I'll say it 2 times. Go ahead for your story times. Get material. Bring PDFs to the class. Songs for story time in the key of what?
C.
Keep thinking about the 1, 4, 5. As you're going through these, get them with pencil, mark them up. Letter number, letter number, letter number. If I can train you in the 1, 4, 5, you can do anything, okay? And lastly, go through that page. That page has got a lot of good stuff. And Madeline, I want you guys to focus on songs you don't know. Rebecca didn't bring me in today to just, you know, rehash Mary Had a Little Lamb. She wants me to challenge you to be better with story time, better with your instrument, okay?
How do you know if you're playing it right if you don't know the song?
Oh,
How-
that's why I'm here to help. That's why I'm here to help. That's what I'm saying. Part 2, Patty, that's exactly what you do. I want you to go ahead and just take it as far as you can. We will set the date for June, and I'm going to go to you. I'm going to go to Jessica. I'm going to go around to everybody. I will help you. And the big answer is, check out my website, guys. Please write this down, ColumbiaArtsAcademy.com. We do offer virtual lessons. As wonderful as these sessions are, they are going to be a lot of help. But if you're going to be a good golfer, it takes time. It took you years to become a librarian at a high level. It takes time to get this down. We'd love to have you for some sessions. And we're happy to do discounts for you librarians. So Patty, that's part of it is the long term if you really get excited about it. For the immediate answer to that question, go ahead and get your songs ready. You know what I mean? And in class 2, we'll go through that, okay? Enjoyed it, guys. Anybody got a quick question before we go? We got 11:30 departure. I got to run the next one. Angie, you're up.
Can we talk more about strumming next time? That's where
Sure.
I'm kind of with.
Yeah. And what I want you to do is, yes. And what I want you to do is, like I said, but I need you to come to the class with PDFs. I need you guys to go ahead and do the best you can on your own. Please, because I'm going to ask you to come and show the group what you did. Gail, it could be a song you wrote. That's fine. It would be ideal, I think, if you guys chose stuff for story time. That's why you're here. And then Angie, absolutely, we'll go over strumming and stuff. Okay, guys, I'll see you in a month. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.